Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind ya. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind ya. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level. Don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to YSN Live. DJ Yoakley with you alongside my man, Anthony Ronald Hartwig. Coming off a hot one last night. A heater, if you will. The YSN All-Star Baseball game is now in the chapters of history, and now we turn our full attention, Ronald, to what? Wednesday night, Youngstown State, to the YSN All-Star Softball game, which is why we're here today.
Yeah, it was gonna be a really fun night. So last night is gonna be hard to one up because last night was awesome. I had a chance to be on the field a couple of times and just to see. We talked about it before the show. The camaraderie and the fun that these guys were having, minus, getting two at bats maybe. Did everyone get?
I think everybody got two at bats. I think you're right with that. That's the hope, but and I'm going to take that back. I think some of them only got one at bat, and that's it's tough look, from the optics standpoint. But if you look at all the pomp and circumstance, I think there's a lot of parents that'll forgive that and kids that'll forgive that.
Excuse me. They didn't seem like they cared on the field. They were just having a blast. Like they wanted to be there. They were having fun in the dugout. Everyone got on the field. We had like 6 outfielders at a time out there. So it was just, they were having a blast. And that's what this game is about. It's about celebrating the season that you had by just having fun with the best players in the area. This isn't a showcase. No college coaches are coming to recruit you from this game.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
Maybe. But they're definitely not putting. They're definitely not putting weight on it. Like, hey, man, you hit that ball and the 5th outfielder caught it, so we're not going to recruit you anymore because you obviously, it's one of those things where we're putting a little bit more emphasis on the experience than the what's the other word? What would be the experience over the playing time? I guess you could.
Yeah, the levity is more on the experience as opposed to your stats and the game changer, breakdown. Which I will tell you, last night having Rob Johnson there and the 14 million cameras that we had, the one camera we couldn't get, it drives me nuts because we had this TikTok camera we had it on Dylan Mancini's helmet to start the game, but it needs Wi-Fi in order to accomplish it. We couldn't get the Wi-Fi tied in. It was a last minute thing, but that one, Ant, I'm not going to lie to you. I will not be submitting a good Google review to that camera company. 1 out of 5 would not recommend.
1 out of 5
would not recommend.
Maybe we'll get it situated for softball.
You might be right, but your boy was. I was waltzing around with a little bit of a little pop in the step last night because
that and the microphone running out of battery on the field.
I was ready to fight Red Baker. There's no doubt in my mind. I was ready to fight him because he goes, "Oh, I hope we don't have a low battery on this." And I'm like, well, this should have been talked about weeks before this, because all I needed to do was bring in a new battery, plug it in, and would have been gone. But you know what? We were able to have a bilingual broadcast last night because I was speaking English plain, and I don't know what Red was speaking, but we figured it out. We were able to translate it and get people where they needed to go. But to put a bow on the All-Star game for the baseball side of things, I will tell you that seventh inning in my head looked very similar to the way the outcome was last night. Very special moment. And if you weren't there, you didn't experience it on YSN. Being that it was Father's Day and we were kind of backs up against the wall for dates this year and tiptoeing around thunderstorms throughout the week. And we thought this was going to be hey, we're going to get washed out. Like I was actually really bummed about this. It's never happened before, and you don't want it to happen to it, ever. But on Father's Day, I told this to Ty as Ty lost his dad, and there's so many that have lost their dads. On Father's Day, there's miracles that happen. And I thought to myself earlier in that day, as I was at the ball field all day, different premises, but same diamond. But it's one of those things where I'm looking up and I'm like, come on, Dad, pull some strings up there, help us out. Let's have this game. And the moment I can tell you as someone, and try not to get emotional about it, as someone who spent a lot of time at Scene Park, and my dad loved going to those games because of the concession stand and because it was a real experience. It was a ballpark experience. Playing catch with Z in the seventh inning and watching all those dads play catch with their kids. I don't want to say it was for the last time, but for some of them, it was the first time in a long time. Mm-hmm. And, being able to toss the baseball with Z and where we were, which was right up the third base line a little bit, I was facing the dugout side. So I'm on the field facing like the backstop, right where he was situated, right where my son, who never got to meet his grandfather, my dad, was situated, was right in front of where my dad would sit every game. So it was an emotional roller coaster last night. I want to thank everybody who showed up, everybody that tuned in. I know we had over 10,000 views on the game last night through all our social media, YouTube and YSN Live. It was incredible. And those aren't inflated numbers. Those were people that watched, and the bounce rate was incredibly low. And what I mean by that bounce rate is people that tune in and then tune out. They tuned in and they stayed tuned in. And I think a lot of that was because, hey, you're at a barbecue for Father's Day. You're tuned in. You're watching. It was awesome. Everything that we had going against us ended up being in our favor. And I just want to thank everybody that made that possible last night. Everybody from the workers here at YSN, my wonderful wife, your mom, Aunt, who basically babysat my kids throughout the night. Ty Bartell, who, as I mentioned, he lost his dad a couple of years ago. And I know that he was smiling down watching his son just absolutely kill that broadcast last night. Knocked it out of the park. Rob Johnson, his daughter, Hope, he got to share the Father's Day with his daughter at the ball yard as well. Brian Scott, always. Red Baker, somewhat. Bob Beam, Scott Rourke, thank you so much. You, Anthony, for taking pictures. Mahoning Valley Sports for taking pictures. Brad Devine for taking pictures. And your pictures can be found right now on our YSN Facebook page, correct?
Yes. All the Father's Day pictures that dads took with their sons can all be found on our Facebook page.
So you can go download those right now. We're going to do something special with those anyway, but if you want the raw footage, please go and download those. Those are complimentary, and thank you for coming out to the game. Thank you to T-Beam, our kids call her Aunt T, for the concession stand, which was, dude, every time I looked over there, the line was just so long. going through like the 7th inning. So great food, great opportunities, great baseball, great reason, great cause. We're still raising money for Shaker Woods Helping Hands for those of you that are interested. So as we get this started, we put a bow on that. As we've been talking for 10 minutes already, I apologize. We put a bow on the baseball season. Thank you to everybody from top to bottom, front to back, who made this baseball season possible, who made last night the culmination of the 25 baseball season possible. If you couldn't make it, we hope you can make it next time. I don't know if it's going to be on Father's Day ever again. That was a tough look. We're going to do everything not to, but for maybe the one and only time, man, it was cool. It was cool. Turned out to be a great day, beautiful sunset, and a thank you to all involved for making it possible. And dude, I don't know if you were there, but like all the people coming up, hey, how can we help? How can we help? How can we help? I mean, just wonderful human beings.
Yeah.
I said, hey, just go enjoy the game. We'll take care of it. Because once the game gets started, it takes care of itself, right?
Yeah.
But getting up to that game, it's a little bit of a mountain. So, but yeah, that's it. So congratulations on a great baseball season. Everybody under the YSN banner, we thank you so much, and thank all the kids, the parents for coming out last night. And now, Anthony, as you see right in the middle of our screen, spinning around like the dizzy piece of trash that it is our old nemesis, the Wheel of Destiny. Now, if this is your first time tuning in and understanding the Wheel of Destiny does not like us. The Wheel of Destiny is not in our favor, seemingly ever. Somehow we were able to make it through on Friday with the Wheel of Destiny sabotaging our entire show. But that is the first, and I believe could be the only time. There are 80, as it spins around, there are 80 participants that said yes to the YSN All-Star Game for softball this Wednesday.
Yes.
80. So there are 80 names on that wheel. Not included on that wheel are the coaches. I will let you know. We did it for baseball. A little bit more challenging because there were multiple names for softball. There's Fred Moots, and then you've got the Mineral Ridge coaching staff, which had multiple graphics, which would cause inevitably a big problem for us in the Wheel of Destiny, because it was smiling in my face this morning when I was loading these graphics, and that's never good.
Yes, the co-head coaches from Mineral Ridge, Joe Marilillo and Will Sandy, they split those responsibilities.
Would have been a real problem. But I got out in front of it, and Wheel of Destiny 0, YSN 1 so far today. We're keeping receipts. So without further ado, Anthony, do you want to give the rundown of the YSN All-Star Softball Game happening this Wednesday, 6 p.m. at Youngstown State University?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of great time. We're going to play 9 innings, just like we did for baseball. It's going to be a great night at YSU, which is, I think, one of the best softball venues in the area that we could have held this at, and we're proud to be back at YSU again. Like DJ just said, 80 representatives in this field, and I think if you combine baseball and softball together, only 4 YSN teams were unable to send someone to at least one of the games. So we have a ton of teams represented. One of the things that I'm kind of geeked about is all but one of the 440 teams are going to be at the softball game. Yeah. So Sam's got to be pretty happy because Ashtabula County will be very well represented on this Wheel of Destiny. And some really good seasons out there in Ashtabula County as well in the softball diamond. We have Perry for the first time in softball. We have Southeast for the first time in softball. And we have Maplewood for the first time in softball. They are all teams that have signed since the last softball season. So that's also making history. So we're all excited for it. I think we should say, like we did for baseball, the weather. You want to go over the weather plan? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But the forecast looks spotty.
Yeah, I'm glad you said spotty and not good, because my wife said as I'm leaving, she's like, Wednesday looks good. Oh, no. Don't want that. I don't want to hear about how good it's gonna. That's never a good thing. It's so superstitious when it comes to weather. But that being said, Storm Tracker 21 looks not bad, not awful. Tuesday and Thursday, absolute shite. Wednesday, not bad. So hopefully that continues. That trend continues. If not, we will be knocking on the door of Andrew DePaulo without a shadow of a doubt and asking and demanding answers. So Andrew, make it right. Make it right. Make it right on Wednesday. All right. So without further ado, Anthony, who are you going to, because you're the head honcho when it comes to this, everybody knows. Stars and Stripes, home and away. Who are you designating for that?
I think when you win Coach of the Year, you deserve a little bit of credit. So I think Fred Moots should be the home team, give his team a little bit of an advantage if it gets late in the game and the game's close. So I'll give Fred Moots the Stars emblem and the home dugout, which will be the third base side.
Fred Moots gets the Stars and the home designation, and the Stripes will be visitors, and the Mineral Ridge coaching staff will take over there. So do we have Swiney?
Yeah, he's ready to go.
All right, Swiney. All right, we're ready to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Without further ado, it's time for the Wheel of Destiny. We really need to practice that. All right, here we go. Spin it up. Who's the first pick? Big money, no whammies. First pick in the 2025 All-Star Softball Draft is
Sarah Spisak from Liberty.
That was anticlimactic, is what they would do.
Ding, ding, ding.
Congratulations, Sarah, on being the first overall draft pick, and that means she goes to the Stripes, correct?
Yes, we'll go Stripes first since they're the visiting team. So, Coach Marilillo and Sandy, you get Sarah Spisak from Liberty.
All right, and we're going to be bouncing through these because there's 79 left. So just so you know, don't blink, you're going to miss it. What?
Hey, back to back Liberty. Let's go.
Wheel of Destiny, not off to a hot start. Not off to a hot start there, Wheel.
Both seniors, by the way, for Liberty, so they'll be putting on that uniform for the last time. There's a Tiger and someone that's up for Big Dog of the Year right now, Madison Schmitz. Voting ends tonight at midnight. So if you're a Howland fan or a Maddie Schmitz fan, make sure to get out there and get those last votes in. Team Stars.
Freddie Moots gets
Josie Milliken from West Branch. 2 years ago, the All-Star Game is MVP.
back to the Stripes. The visiting dugout, which is the first base dugout, you said?
Yes. YSU has Penguins get the third base dugout, so we'll make that the home dugout. But Kaylee Ortiz from Canfield taking up that place in the circle for the Cardinals. Trying to replace Melina Toth, who's spent her first year at Buffalo this year. And that means we get a Beaver representative, and it's Abby Hadilla, who maybe made one of the plays of the year this season with the air Hadilla jumping up over the catcher.
Air Bobcat.
And then we get to Archbishop Hoban sending in Graceland Schultz, great player from Hoban, and we're happy that they're represented in this All-Star game. We're going to Struthers. Hannah Suzani getting the nod for the Wildcats. That's going to be a fun one to see play this week.
We love Destiny. We love Destiny.
Kennedy Bartlett from Lakeview. Kenny, you're up for the Big Dog of the Year as well.
You always yell Kenny when her name pops up.
They call her Kenny, so I like to.
You yell it.
Kenny.
Like you don't just speak it. You bring it.
We're bringing it. How about the freshman from Springfield, McKenna Weimer? First career start in the circle, threw a no-hitter. No big deal.
No. Just your average Tuesday or whatever day it was. We are not factually accurate all the time. But, hey, we've got a thing at the beginning of the show.
Hey, there you go, Coach Coons. I know you're watching. Chloe Angelo, who had a great season for United, off the board. Oh, we know that person pretty dang well. From
Gabby
South
Spooner.
Range, Gabby Spooner.
Also a track athlete.
Track state qualifier. And I believe podium.
7th, I think? Something like that. Oh, a couple buckos off the board here.
And this is just to keep track. This is now that last player's going to Team Stripes and the visitors. So this is Moots, Coach Moots' spin.
Wheel of Destiny doesn't care about whose spin it is. They're out for blood. Pitcher of the year, not bad.
Pitcher of the year, Aubrey.
Not
Evans
bad,
from
Aubrey
McDonald.
Evans. Moots is sitting there, probably just. What do you think he's doing? Like, I think he's eating chicken wings right now. Just nailing down some buffalo. Samantha Bradbury. Badger will be in the visiting dugout. This is back to Moots. People are asking why they're yellow.
Softball yellow? Oh, kind of. Ellie Weimer from Boardman. There you go. Now I have to go just that is Coach Moots' spin, right? Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. You're supposed to be keeping track of this. I'm spinning. What are you doing over there?
So Coach Moots gets his own player off the board.
That's good.
And Coach has been ready to get someone that they've had to compete against for a long time, and Chris Kerr from Waterloo. And that MVAC Scarlet tier.
Now, there could be blockbuster trades, folks. Don't forget about that. We had one just a couple days ago before the baseball draft.
Coach Moots, you're going to get one of two representatives from Warren JFK.
My phone's blowing up. What are we doing wrong?
And now the other United player off the board. And, you know, we all would know Coach Coons is watching. She asked in the comments, how do you know? Well, you're always watching, Coach. That's how we know.
You think that we don't know who's watching our programming right now? You're probably right.
You're
You're absolutely right.
Oh, man. We'll go to
Our
Mara
householder.
Householder from Lisbon.
Take a trip down to Lisbon. I know how excited Mara is to be in this game. How do I know? Her mom told me.
It's journalism right there.
Nobody digs deeper than us when it comes to journalistic integrity. I promise you.
Hey, how about Kylie Folkwine? Able to squeeze in the All-Star game through some major travel this summer with a Division I quality travel softball team. So we're happy to have Kylie aboard on the All-Star game.
Oh, Sully!
Hey, Sully!
Now where does she go? Is she in Moots' dugout?
I have to wait for Mike because I kind of lost track there a little bit. Sullivan Sandy is going to Moots' dugout.
The House of Moots. He's got a trading chip.
So this is Coach Stripes' spin. I mean, Team Stripes' spin. And they get out of the EOAC, someone who's been to our All-Star game plenty of times. I believe this is the third appearance for Kennedy Lewis from Southern Local.
K. Lou, back at it, like the Terminator. Oh, it'd be Bach. She's back.
Then we go from Southern to Mylena Williams, a great catcher from Camel. Top-notch player for the Red Devils.
Man, Moots is sitting there with those buffalo wings, no doubt, with that trade chip with Sully Sandy.
I think Moots bribed the Wheel of Destiny.
Okay.
Wait, did we already? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's Addie Craven. These are harder to see than the baseball ones.
Why?
Because it's red on blue instead of red on white, and they're not exactly big when they pop up on the screen.
Oh,
I'm gonna full screen this.
Yeah, why don't you full screen it, dude? You don't got to touch anything. Morgan Roby. Another Fitch
from
product.
Austintown, Fitch.
You full screen now? You good?
I'm full screen.
All right.
Hey,
Matty
there's
Holler.
a 440. I think that's the first one off the board from Ashtabula St. John, the Fighting Heralds.
Did you just go like Southern on us right there when you said
Yeah.
Ashtabula St. John?
Ashtabula, even though it's weird because it's up north. I don't know why
That's
my
north.
brain. I don't know why my brain went there.
You should be talking more Michiganese, right? The long A's.
Ashtabula is just a fun word to say in a southern accent. I can't help it.
Ashtabula, don't you know?
Katie Koulianis from Ursuline off the board.
Ursuline Irish are off the board, don't you know?
Don't you know?
That's Minnesota. That's probably closer to Canada. Which, by the way, Sam, you're closer to Canada than we are.
Hey, we get a Cheney representative. So there's another school that is going to be able to be represented in the softball game that wasn't able to make the baseball all-star game.
Thank you, Cheney. We're cooking through these. We only have 900 more to go.
Selena de Jesus.
We got to bring her music, her walk-up music.
Mark Anthony, hit us up.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, Vivir Vivita. Sam Strock from Champion, a team that was right there with South Range in the regional semifinal and one of the best games that you'll ever see.
Well, just
This
put
year.
those two in a steel cage, South Range and Champion, and you're gonna. It's guaranteed must-see
Guaranteed.
streaming. Conneaut off the board.
440. We want to thank Coach Zappatelli for making sure that someone from her team was going to be at the All-Star game, and big fan. And she's also a YSU alum, so she's sending one of her players to play in her old home. And go back to Lisbon.
Emmy Cook not going to be there, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
She backed out. So congratulations on a great season. We won't count that, Mike. This is the makeup spin here.
Yeah, so whoever M was going to be on, put Brenna Macbeth on that team. Mike, in the background. But Brenna Macbeth, great season. We had the chance to talk with her on the show. And a great leader that's going into her senior season for Jackson Milton.
Gianna Palumbo.
From Lowville, the Rockets.
We need to work on that Lowville logo because you can't see anything.
Elena Barris, another Ashtabula County representative and another outstanding freshman that's going to be in this All-Star game. I so enjoy that we don't do seniors only because we have some really good underclassmen that are very talented in this All-Star game.
Can you believe how much flack we get for that, though? Honestly,
it's crazy.
Uh-oh. Lakeview.
Team of the year went all the way to the state semifinals. For the first time in school history, they sent someone that far, a team. Softball is the first to do it. Abby Toth. State champ, always good to have a state champ on the board.
4-4.
Back-to-back state champs, actually.
We'll get back to that thought in a minute about seniors only.
Madison Obermeyer from Brookfield, and that gives me a chance to thank their AD for putting in some work and getting a player from Brookfield on both sides. Mr. Ken Forsyth, former girls basketball coach at Brookfield, now the AD.
Big time supporter of YSN, by the way.
Big. Glad that Western Reserve is going to have a player representing this All-Star game because there are some great people at Western Reserve that stepped up and made sure they had a program this year. They were struggling with some numbers in the winter. And Coach Steve Miller, who's their basketball coach, of course, we all know him very well, he kind of stepped up and said, I do not want this program to go without a year. And he made sure that they put some players out on the field.
Steve Miller Band. Jasmine Ridley.
I got that. Jasmine Ridley, the second representative from JFK, is off the board.
Took you a minute to get that Steve Miller Band reference, huh?
I did. It took me. I was like, wait, got it.
Oh.
So that last spin was for Team Stripes and the coaching staff at Middle Ridge. Just wanted to keep track of where we are in the spins.
Yeah, we've got no idea. Let's be honest. Let's be brutally honest. We've got no clue.
Coach
Swinehart's sitting there swearing at us.
Coach Sandy says, how many buffalo wings for Sullivan Sandy to Coach Moots? How many buffalo wings is it going to take?
It depends on the flavor, I would imagine, with Moots. He strikes me as like a mild with blue cheese, I would guess.
Leanna Bocherry is going to go on Team Stripes with Coach Sandy and Coach Marilillo. We had back-to-back catchers that are top level in those last two picks, and Bree Dieter and Leanna Bocherry back-to-back.
I'm glad you got Dieter because I clicked it before I even got to read it because I was thinking about Fred Moots and barbecue wings.
There we go. Someone that has some postseason credit. Leah Figueroa, our defensive player of the year, and another player that is squeezing the All-Star game.
In a row?
Yeah, 3 catchers in a row. And she's going to Coach Moots' team, which I'm sure he's happy about because he has to coach against her for the rest of his career.
He just double dunked into the blue cheese. I guarantee it.
Another great freshman from Beaver and Olivia Peabody had an outstanding season for the Bobcats. Happy to have her aboard. All right, Coach Moots, what you got? What you got?
Uh-oh. Oh,
that's 2.
Man. He just ordered another round.
Another round of buffalo wings coming for Coach Moots.
I'm going to make this one barbecue. Because I'm going to barbecue those Middle Ridge boys across the other dugout with their own players.
Coach Marilillo and Sandy Counter was someone that they've played against a lot. Grace Johns, a great multiple sport athlete from Jackson Milton, and another catcher, by the way, for Jackson Milton.
Keep stacking those catchers, man.
Just boom, 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 boom. And then Coach Moots gets another catcher. Yeah, the co-defensive player of the year. He gets both of them. He gets Figueroa and Stowe. Might be
I
a
had
trade.
nothing to do with this catcher bonanza. Nothing. This is the wheel of destiny just absolutely taking a dump right on our front porch. Not a catcher.
Not a catcher, but a great freshman.
Mud Brogan.
Going to Team Stripes.
That's a big one, boys. That's a big one. That might be a trading chip.
Coach Moots gets our Mooney representative in Giada DeSantis, another great underclassman that has a lot of talent.
All right. Ridge needs something. The Stripes need something that they can put on the trading block here. Okay.
Well, that's something. That's something.
That's certainly something.
That's an arm.
That is a big something right there. Moots just canceled the Buffalo Wings order. He said, I've got to get down to business. I got the sauce all over my fingers.
Coach Moots is going to get our Heartland Christian representative. First year for Heartland Christian softball. So that's actually
Heartland.
history. They'll have their first softball representative.
History just happened, and it will happen again on Wednesday. Congratulations, Heartland Christian. Okay, boys. What else you get on the table here?
There you go. You got one of his.
All right. Now we're dealing. Now we've got something here.
Alex Ward goes to Team Stripes, and that's the third baseman from Boardman, one of the best, I think, third baseman in the area.
I think whoever's waitressing right now, wherever Moots is, just lost their tip.
Coach Moots, though, I think he'll be happy getting the Sebring nod. One of the schools that we get to be represented because they didn't have a baseball team this year, unfortunately, so we were able to get their softball player in Bella Threet, so we're happy to have Sebring be a part of our All-Star celebration.
This is for Stripes, right?
Yes.
Big one.
Big money. Out of Ashtabula County, Grand Valley, Bella Rowland, someone that they played in the district semifinals this year, Middle Ridge did. Or sectional final. I can't remember. Sectional finals. They played them in the tournament.
Another Canfield Boardman connection here.
Yeah, he's racking up the players that he's had to play against. And that's a really good arm out of the circle for Canfield. They had a kind of a three-headed monster that they were able to throw, but mostly Rena and Ortiz. But they had a couple other arms they could throw as well. Coach Stripes counters with Ashtabula County representative, the second one from St. John.
Riley Frazier off the board.
Down goes Frazier off the board.
The Fighting Heralds, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, Mootsy gets another one.
Moots, another Canfield. And the last one off the board, I believe. And Alexis Johnson.
Man. Mootsy has this rigged. He talked to the wheel.
Team Stripes, who are you countering with?
Oh,
that's a big name.
Bad.
That's the
Little
YSN
freshman of the year.
Co-freshman of the year right there.
Yeah, we changed it to rookie of the year this year. That's on me. That's on me. I like rookie of the year better. Freshman, I think there's a connotation to it. Like it's lesser. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Some people.
So Coach Moots gets the Niles representative, and that's another school that softball able to pick up where they couldn't get someone. For
all
baseball.
right, all right. Can we quit banging that drum, Mr. Softball?
Uh-oh. That drum made me lose track of what spin that was.
All right. We'll figure this out. Just Swinehart's got us. Mikey, you got us. Where does Michaela Rivera go? We will let you know momentarily. This is called live streaming.
Mike, just so you know, Ava Freeborough is the replacement there, Mike. She's in a replacement. So wherever that spin was, make it for Ava Freeborough on the spreadsheet. Because that was a late substitution for Boardman. Michaela Rivera could not come. So Ava Freeborough is on the graphic green, but also has a graphic as well. But Michaela Rivera had to miss this All-Star game. But it is orange, which means it is going to Coach Marilillo and Coach Sandy.
Oh, boy. Now we got a 2-for-2 swap. Trinity Pearson.
From East Liverpool.
Off the board. And into the dugout of Fred Moots in the home side. Back to the Stripes we go. Oh. Oh. They got their own.
There you go.
Congratulations. The Wheel of Destiny has absolutely flipped.
Still some big names on that board.
Like
Coach
this one?
Moots. Like that one. Like that one. Leah DiArmit. Hopefully she makes another diving tipping catch like she did in the regular season. For
Hey, we'll have Rob Johnson there with 17 cameras to see every bit of it. Allie Hill. Jefferson off the board.
2 Jefferson Falcons off the board. We're happy to have them a part of the All-Star game. 1 freshman, 1 senior.
Some big names still on the board here, pal.
I know. Some big award winners.
Uh-oh.
So now you got 2 from Middle Ridge that are going to their own dugout.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
I think the real trading chip is the last Spartan that's on the board. Who it goes to is going to be really important. This is Coach Moots' spin, and he gets the Offensive Player of the Year, Natty Campbell. 14 home runs, 47 RBIs this season, with a .415 batting average. Broke the Louisville record, by the way, for home runs in a single season.
I think we got 12. I think I counted 12. I'm not very good at math. I think I counted 12 left.
Team Stripes.
Oh, PV.
Getting Pymatuni Valley. Allie Clark. All right, Moots. Big spin.
Oh, Wyndham.
Bombers coming in hot with Brielle Jones.
This is back to the Stripes, right?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Giada Pauline, man. Last year's Defensive Player of the Year.
Near and dear to
And
my heart.
Just absolute no-fly zone in left field. Maybe left center field if we put 5 outfielders in the field like we did in baseball.
Oh, now you want to borrow stuff from baseball. You don't want to just dump on it. I see how it is.
You take what you can. You get
Oh,
nothing
boy.
back.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
MVP.
Oh, boy. To the waitress waiting on Mr. Moots right now, he'll have 2 orders of sweet and sour wings right now. Make it extra spicy.
Now we go back to Team Stripes and get Channing Toy, another catcher, off the board from
Well, she
Salem.
can do it all.
and
told us
shortstop
that.
and whatever you want her to do.
You just want to classify everybody as a catcher. We've been
Everyone's
hanging
a
around way
catcher.
too much.
Everyone's a catcher. I'm just trying to make it look as rigged
Oh
as
my
possible.
goodness, Moots! What did you do to this wheel?
That one is a catcher, by the way. Cam Perkins.
Six left.
Team Stripes.
Uh-oh.
I think you're going to get another pretty impressive freshman from Maplewood, Claire Urchek.
They have both Lady Rockets in that dugout?
They do. They do.
Oh, man.
5
oh,
left.
Man. Oh,
Coach
man.
Moots.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Another record breaker, by the way. I think a single season home run record for LeBray
Riley
now
Rowe,
belongs
by
to
the way.
Riley Rowe.
We, man, these Ridge guys are not going to be our friends. They hate us. They're never going to invite you to another barbecue as long as you live.
Nope. But they do get someone from Beaver Local and Allie Wright off the board. Coach Moots.
Uh-oh.
There's still a Spartan there. You're not going to get it, though. You're going to get Giannis Jackson, which is not a bad consolation prize at all from Gerard.
Okay, so right now we have Perry and Boardman on the wheel of
Now,
destiny.
let's set it up. Team Stripes has 2 Spartans. Coach Moots has 2 Rams. This spin would either give 3 bargaining chips to Coach Sandy and Coach Marilillo, or, They got us stuck with 2 for 2.
I mean, I would be going after. There's a lot that I'd be going after if I was Team Stripes. I would be going after. Now, let's again, hypothetically, they get this. They get Torrey Strines here, which you're not losing either way. But because Strines is the ace, essentially, of Boardman, and there's a great connection between the two of them, you got a big bat over there in Pleska, too. You bring that back. All right. We ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Wheel of Destiny. They got her.
They got her.
The
Torrey
plot
Strines
thickens.
Going to Team Stripes, and that means that Ariana Rogers from Perry will give her a spin.
Yeah, she gets
The
her
most
spin.
Anticlimactic spin in all of
NFL
game
calls this the irrelevant pick. We say everyone's relevant. Ariana Rodgers.
A-Rod.
A-Rod plays for the Steelers. And it won't let me click anymore.
We got through 80. Pretty dang quick.
We got to figure this out. Hang on. Ah! No. Okay. Yeah. So there it is. And we will slice and dice that up here within probably an hour, I would guess. You did really. I mean, you for that baseball one, it was out.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
I have a trade in mind already. Discussing with Will. I love this. Coach Joe says he's cooking something up.
They were probably strategizing their starting lineup as that wheel was spinning.
Well, they're probably both at like B-dubs, and like they're on one side of the restaurant, and Moots is on the other.
Mm-hmm.
B-dubs, by the way, you need to start advertising with us because you just do. All you can eat wings now back at B-dubs. Hey,
let's go.
Let's
go,
this.
Sports Bar.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at this. Time to get to work, Joe. Time to get to work. Time to go to work. I love this. This is exciting. Jen Coons chiming in. Callie Coons. Claire Urchek. Wow. They're putting a band together.
So, Callie, Coach Coons, you got to make sure that those players aren't on the trading block. You got to get in touch with your coach and make sure that they're not ones that are going to be moved. You know, you got to throw some buffalo wings their way.
What if Coach Sandy just goes, you know what? Leave her there. You could be in that dugout. Yeah. Sometimes dads just want a moment of peace. It could be. It could. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying after Father's Day, maybe just a minute to breathe, to exhale a little bit. You know, maybe we just need, maybe
a little
we just
chance,
need to take a beat.
Little chance to show Father knows best, right?
Maybe gifts would be nice this time of year. Maybe, some nice things. I don't know what necessarily what Dad wants this time of year, but if you want to be on his team, maybe let's make it about Dad for once. After all, he's been driving to these ball fields for your entire life. Let's give a little something back to Dad here. Make yourself a bargaining chip. Make yourself. Just saying.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Bill Sandy, come on. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, hey, let's just take this moment, okay? You earned this moment to take. I'm getting blown up. Who's calling me right now? Probably not good. So I will tell you this. Hey, if you're out there, Sully, I know he's put you into the gym. I know that there's been early wake-up calls. Hey, let's go. Let's go. What's in it for Dad now? What's in it for Dad? So, hey, great draft. We'll have the official. Inevitably, we will be seeing trades, I believe, with Fred Moots once he's done with his chicken wings.
And
I don't know if he's going to. He might be hanging out there.
Once again, if you confirmed, and we see this all the time, there's a lot of names on that board. If you did confirm and you did not see yourself get drafted, please let us know. It's possible. It happens. So if we miss
80's
someone,
not enough for you, pal.
just saying. I just want to do the house cleaning. Make sure we cover the board. If we
I had to order more medium shirts, by the way, to this morning.
Yeah, baseball players got the mediums on deck. They won the muscle shirts.
That's another thing. Like that. Hey, boys, beef up a little bit. Like if you're picking mediums, because they are like schmediums. They are for the girls. Like we bought them for the girls, and we did inventory this morning, and either beef up and get in the gym or something. Goodness gracious, you should be in XLs. You should be just loaded up, like properly jocked. But they want these tiny shirts that go on Barbies. Like, come on, dude.
Hey, who's throwing shit on baseball now? It's not me.
Well, I did inventory, and I'm like, what? What are we talking about here? Like, we should at least be in larges. Like, we shouldn't be getting these small shirts like you ordered off of Build-A-Bear. Like, these things. Come on, boys. Beef up a little bit. Summer of Slam. That's what we should be talking about. A little yaya ball. Come on. Get into a large. That's my riff today. So I had to buy more medium shirts.
Medium shirts.
Medium shirts. The worst. But hey, thanks to Dan Penza over 5-Star Graphics for accommodating us, because it was yes. All right, that, Anthony, I believe is all we have for today, correct?
Yeah.
We should be back to normal tomorrow. We will have a special presentation tomorrow night. Hopefully, fingers crossed, from the practice of the Penn, Ohio, more so the Ohio side of things, as we have that relationship with the Ohio coaching staff, obviously Bob Sebo Stadium, Salem Quakers, and getting ready for the Penn, Ohio game, which will be Thursday night. We have the All-Star game on Wednesday night, Penn, Ohio game on Thursday night. Busy week here at YSN. We don't want it any other way. So excited for that. And we will have interviews tomorrow. Breaking news. Strines is on T-Moots.
Oh, yep. Ant lost track. My bad.
Journalism.
Yeah, it wasn't the Wheel of Destiny this time. It was just the human error.
3-stripe life.
We have a disclaimer in the beginning for the reason.
We do have a disclaimer.
For a good reason. For a really good reason.
For a lot of
what was that?
I don't know what is happening right now. If this suddenly goes off the air, send somebody to athletics.
Got it.
Oh, Joe is mad. Oh,
yeah, he's my phone's blowing up. But it's
mine
hard
is too, and I'm scared to answer it. There is. Oh yeah, Rob's having a good time with this.
I just wanted to stir the pot a little bit. I just wanted to beef up the drama of the show.
Something fishy going on over here. She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Anthony has been known to tell some fabrications in his day on this show. Never. But this 100% is why we have the graphic and the disclaimer at the beginning of the show. We're just two idiots trying to do it. And if it wasn't for Mike Swinehart, I'm not even sure this show should exist. I'm not sure. Like, we would have to go back and keep track. And I'm just gonna let you know we probably wouldn't do that. We probably. It's not like this show even matters from the standpoint, because everybody's gonna get there and be like, "What team am I on? What dugout am I in?" I don't know. Pick one. We go from the Wheel of Destiny to just guessing. So
we had a late midnight hour trade because we had to make sure catchers were evenly split last night, right?
oh yeah, we have one catcher on one side, and then
We were like, oops.
Well,
that's the thing with random. Like, we can't control how many pitchers and catchers get on the roster.
it's a little bit more important in
baseball.
baseball because you have arms and things like
Yep.
that. Like,
Yep.
I guarantee you that the one catcher was said, I'll go 9.
Right.
I'll go 9. But we're trying to rotate, and Bryce and Mark did a great job, and I know these guys will do a great job too. I got to go pick up some Buffalo Wild Wings cards to hand out to the coaches, I think, now, because we plugged them enough. So that is we'll put a bow on this show, and we'll be back with a regular show tomorrow, hopefully getting a very special guest we've been fishing for, and I don't know if you've heard back from that special guest.
We're in a holding pattern right now. They're playing
Okay.
that they're playing right now. Well, in 10 minutes in an elimination game. So we'll see what happens today.
Okay, but we'll get it eventually.
We'll get it.
Have some. We'll get some interviews. I have an interview I want to have. He's walking around right now, literally in front of me. Some old school YSNers. So hopefully, but we'll be back to the normal show tomorrow. We thank everybody for tuning in today. A lot of tuning in, a lot of tuning going on out there on this Monday after Father's Day. Happy Father's Day again to all the dads out there. Thank you again for everybody for taking their time and making us part of their Father's Day. And again, if you are just tuning in, you can see those and download those pictures absolutely free. Go on YSN. It's just on Facebook, right?
Yep, it's on our Facebook. You can also find them on our Smug Mug, but they're on Facebook for free.
Yeah, Facebook free, Smug Mug. If you want to pay,
yeah,
we're not going to
stop. I think Smug Mug, if you want prints, like you can go and
we'll print them smart, Mr. Hartwig. Very smart. And again, Wednesday is this All-Star game. 6 p.m. Check-in is at 5, correct?
Yes.
Check-in's at 5. We shrunk that because we don't need 2 hours. We don't need 2 hours to check you in. It's a very quick process. We got it down. You'll be able to sign the waiver starting tonight. We ask you to do that, because legal says, hey, you need to put this out. Okay. That's what we have to do, unfortunately. And we have insurance. Oh, don't get me started. We have to have insurance, obviously, for all that and the liability or some kind of fancy name for it. But we have great people representing us and great people working for us. Thank you, Mrs. Householder. We appreciate you so much. And we will certainly be excited to see everybody there on Wednesday. But again, tomorrow, noon to 1 o'clock or ish. So we'll see you then. This has been the YSN softball. Reverse. The 2025 YSN softball All-Star Game Draft on YSN Live. For Anthony Ronald Hartwig, my name is DJ Yoakley. We thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you not only at the game, but tomorrow and talk about the game. Bye-bye. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.